Just wait for people to join in for a few minutes
Okay.
because they were in already. I told them to just
Chill a bit, yeah.
yeah, while we try and fix it.
Um, 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 are you a Muslim?
Me no
Okay,
Muslim.
I was very careful whether or not I should be wishing you Ed
Eid
Mubarak or something.
Mubarak. No, 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 no. I'm
Ah,
not a
okay,
Muslim.
okay,
I'm not a
fine.
Muslim.
No wahala. Thank God I did not say it.
Hello, hello, Joshua. Thank you very much. You're back. Sky Venture, you're back. Joshua, I've greeted you now. I've greeted you. Arike, thank you very much for joining. Nora, thank you very much as well. I know we were quite late, and a few of you have joined previously, but we had to go out to try and fix connectivity issues. But we're back now. Thank you very much to everyone who's joined in. Abraham, Sky Venture, I see all of you. Thank you very much. Just as you heard, Sandra, I see all of you. Just as you heard previously, we're talking about how to earn six figures abroad. And just as I usually do on all my videos, I bring people who've got the experience to come and share how they have helped other people do it, how they are doing it by themselves as well. And just introducing myself, this is your one and only Waka Waka Doctor. Always bring you the best gist with respect to moving abroad. So, irrespective of where you are, all around the world, you want to watch this video so that you can learn and earn just as my brother Osage does it. Osage, how are you now? Brief introduction, just small introduction. Don't talk too much.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Doctor. My name is Jonathan Osage, and I'm the strategy lead for quantum analytics. This is all about me for now. I'm a data analyst, at the same time, data scientist. Quantum analytics. I don't know if I should introduce quantum now or maybe
Yeah,
later. Yeah.
of course you can do that. You can do that.
Okay, so quantum analytics is an edtech startup that is focused on upskilling um, loads of folks who are looking to transition into tech via becoming either a data analyst, product designer, software developer, everything tech for now. I'm looking forward to have some questions answered in this live section. Thank you, guys.
Fantastic. So, guys, just leave comments. Okay, leave comments. I'll be reading your comments. I'll be able to take questions as they come in. Okay. Osagi has been doing this for a few years. He's also been helping people do it as well. And earning six figures abroad is not impossible. It's not it's not a humongous task that it's not possible and nobody can reach that target because you can. Osage, so tell us, you've been practicing in the tech space for how long now? I know that you had a previous career that didn't pay you $1.
Really? To be
That you
fair, to
had
be
to
fair.
you left the career you left the career to pursue this one. So tell us about it.
Yeah, so guys, first of all, it is possible to earn six figures in tech. Literally, very much possible. Like Doc said, I was not in the tech space. I mean, I'm just in there now, approaching about 5 years now, in the tech space. So, literally, that long. Let's say 4 years plus now. And it's true. I used to be a financial accountant. I never used to be like a maths guru, like a lot of people would say. So I'm just literally focused on. I just decided to focus on a part in tech that was number one, easy to transition. Number two, I was able to use my current knowledge that I already have. I always tell people, if you can think, if you can strategize on your income, your life, then you can become a data analyst. Okay, so with that, I was able to build my career up in tech and just progress from there. I hope to share more info soon as the program comes.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. So a lot of people have said, you tech guys, you in the tech space, you earn six figures. Can you explain what you mean by six figures and what is the average salary of tech guys, tech bros, and techs?
Okay, I think that's a very fantastic question. So what I will tell you for now is this. I'm going to give you data as per what we have in what you can see online by yourself. I know for sure that an average data analyst. I'm going to stick with using the USD. Okay, I know I'm not currently spending USD, so but since it's a currency we can all relate to it. An average data analyst, for example, anywhere in the world should not be doing less than say $45,000 per annum. That's like the worst, like pushed on to shove, right? So that's like the least. And for you to actually get,
That's let's assume you are just starting up. Yeah.
you're just starting up. You literally have experience. Maybe you've gone through quantum analytics training, etc. One of the basic data analytics training that we have, like the data analyst track. If you go through that, for example, you shouldn't be doing less than $45,000 in USD, by the way. And now, however, what it takes to get you into the six figures is literally as less as 3 years experience, and for some people, it's a bit of fast track. So it depends on how much you are putting into yourself. Okay, and this is what guarantees it. So, for example, let's say I start as a data analyst today, and I'm doing about 45,000 USD, right, per annum. Now, in the space of 2 years, 3 years max, I can become a senior data analyst. And literally, what is the word senior? It's just different. It's just the experience you've had doing what you were doing when you were a beginner in the game, doing it and doing it and doing it. So they believe that you would have gotten, you would have learned some trick along the way, and been able to position yourself in that position to earn the six figures. Now, according to Glassdoor, for example, an average data analyst would do somewhere around 120 USD dollars on an average. And this again still counts on the level of experience that you have. But what most people fail to realize is this, doc. It's now moving, it's no more like the hard skills you've learned, right? So for example, um the hard skill is more or less now like 60%, for example. And then the remaining 40% has to do with your soft skill and your ability to interpret whatever it is you have on your paper. And this is one of the things that we pride ourselves in. So a lot of recruiters, they know that even when they put out job vacancies, for example, they know that not everybody will have that, whatever they have listed. But they want to see and listen to people who are thinking in that direction, right? And then they are able to get it done. I'll give you two instances. First one was a guy who joined our cohort sometime in February, and after about two classes, secured a job in Liverpool, was getting £30,000 in the UK. That's like the first one. Now, in that process, his was a bit different because in the process, because he got a job with working with NHS in the UK. So if you're not in the UK, you probably may not know NHS. It's one of, if not the biggest healthcare system in the world. No, after Brazil.
One of the
Brazil.
biggest. One of the
Yeah, it
biggest.
is one of the biggest. Yeah. So now he just got that. And literally, in the case of his assessments, they only ask for Excel analysis because the work you'll be doing is going to be virtually more on Excel. And he has already gone through the training of Excel. We have granted him in some in some tasks and assignments. Literally, uh, what we did in the training was what came out in his assessment that he
Interview.
was able to nail. So if you go through our LinkedIn page, you see his post is down there, but you have to search for it. Now that's number one. Number two, I've talked about a guy who is currently working in Malta, I believe. Now, fresh from the port, applied, proved that he knows how to use the skill and was able to navigate them, of course, through our coaching plan and our mentorship program. And then he was able to nail a 54,000 euro job per annum. 54,000 euro is like saying what? It's almost like saying, I think it's almost $60,000. I think
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. So you can imagine somebody coming from that background into this. So it's now becoming like 60% of your hard skill. The remaining one has to do with the combination of your personality and the mentorship that you get, because these are just simple codes and tricks that you just need to know about it. So it's literally possible. It can take you 0 to 3 years to start hitting six figures. But even before the 3 years, you literally will be doing nothing less than five figures. Like no, even if five figures should be very, very good and mature. Like for example, that is enough for you to be, to start up in the tech space. So it takes 3 years, sometimes less than that, for you to start hitting six figures. So very possible.
So thank you, Sage. Thank you so much for those valuable points. One thing that surprises me is, and I've heard so many of you guys in the tech space say this, but I want you to reaffirm it, is that there is no age limit, there is no academic qualification. You just used to say just have sense. just have sense to be able to do the work. How true
Literally,
is
bro.
this?
It is very true. So I will tell you now. I do understand that a lot of our folks, for example, that tend to ask this question are literally some of us back in Africa. If you leave Africa, you're coming to Europe, the UK or whatever. Nobody cares about your age. The most important thing is for you to be able to show mental capacity and your ability to think critically. There's a course they call critical thinking. It's part of the program. It's part of what we train our people on. When they come in to learn this skill, it's very important that you know how to think. The moment you know how to do that, you are good to go. Now that's one. Number two, age doesn't matter, especially when it comes to remote roles. If you know how to pull yourself, every company out there is looking for how to get freelance talents, for example, or um, tech talents from other regions. Now, if you're in Africa, this is a plus for you. How do I mean? So, for example, a company may say that, okay, it's going to cost me about $80,000 to hire somebody in the US, okay, doing what we do as a data analyst, working with Excel, Power BI, SQL, etc. Now, that company would know what we say, okay, you know what, let's outsource. They then go to all these remote platforms and then they seek for the tech talent that have these skills somewhere in Africa, for example. This is the reason why they are so much interested in folks from Africa and India. The goal is that they will get this same skill, this same talent for lesser price. So for those of us who are looking for opportunities to start building international experience, this is where the remote gig comes in. And so in this space, they go source for you. You go through the assessment and the interview. You're able to deliver. They give you the job. They don't care your age. They will never ask you for your age. They will never even ask you for your current location or home address. They just want to know where you are exactly, so that for the sake of, especially if they're going to be sending you devices, for IP and all those stuff. So aside from that, nobody cares about your age. The moment you are able to take a problem and translate it and make it have value for the business to make data-driven decision that would in turn tend to profit for the company. That's all they care about. So just like I got my first international gig while I was in Nigeria. Okay, I was in Nigeria barely a year into the game, and I got a remote gig. So the company, like I said, wasn't based in anywhere in Africa. They never asked me for my age till tomorrow. So nobody is interested. So they send you some case studies. You work on it, you deliver it. A lot of mistake that most people make is this: when they give you assessment to work on, maybe when you're applying for a job, and they give you an assessment to work on. A lot of it, and maybe they give you, let's say, they say you have, say, 5 days to turn in this assessment, right? A lot of people make the mistake to wait on the fifth day before they submit. It's crazy. You don't do that. So once they give you an assessment, they check your profile and they send you an assessment to test. It means they're actually interested in you. The faster you deliver that assessment, the better for you to secure that job. So when I got mine, there was nothing like age or no age. Nobody's asking. To today, I do a lot of remote jobs, and I can't remember anybody asking me, "How old are you?" Trust me. Just have common sense. That's really good.
Dropping your questions. We're going through your questions. How does quantum analytics, what is the role of quantum analytics in all this? How do you train people? How do you help them? You have earned six figures. You're earning six figures. You're helping as many people. I think about 30,000 people in the last count earn this amount of money. How have you done it, or how are you doing it? How are people going to benefit from that?
It's very, very simple, Doc. Now, when we started quantum analytics, it was from a pain point. Let me first of all explain that to everybody. It was from a pain point that it became as if you have to be in one inner carcass or be very wealthy to be able to afford these skills. And when we came in, we passed through a whole lot of issues coming to learn these skills. It wasn't easy. We paid in millions. Let me not mention the name of this company. They are still existing, even though they have crashed down their price now because we're really getting
Don't mention.
we're really getting at them. So a lot of people, for example, right? We saw that it was going to be very difficult because we had the experience. We had to go through that pain point, and we did not understand why it's so difficult the way it is. Now, when we created quantum analytics, it was from our experience. There is a current statistic that says that the black people right now globally are underpaid. Why? It's because we are doing shabby jobs. Somebody is trying to relocate with his family from Africa, let's say from Ghana, for example, to the UK. And all he or she is thinking of is, oh, when we reach there, we'll start selling on the streets, we'll start doing this. What kind of thing is that when there are so many tech opportunities that you can take advantage of and start, in fact, start earning the right pay that you deserve? Now, what we're doing in Quantum is this. We are with Quantum Analytics, we are minimizing, if possible, breaking the barriers for everybody to come into tech. 30 countries, over 20,000 people, 5 continents within 2 years. It's not magic. It's because there's something that is right that we are doing. Now, in quantum analytics, we have studied this so many tech careers in there. We are looking, we searched for the one that has a quick ROI, so which is like return on investment on this training. We're saying which of this skill can anybody get into, sacrifice the next 3 to 4 months, burn the midnight oil, sacrifice no party, get this training, get grinded, get mentored, and start earning this figure. We figured that out. One of the quickest way, data analytics, product design. Now, data analytics, anybody can do data analytics. Every level of company in the world, small, medium, micro, small, large companies, they all need data analysts. That's number one. Some people may be saying data scientist. I mean, I'm a data scientist. However, I can tell you for free. You can also, everybody listening to me now, please, you can fact check me on Google right now. Every data scientist spends a minimum of 75% to 85% of their time doing what data analysts would do. That is the value. That's where the money, that's where the market is. To say that, there's literally no company that wants to start making data-driven decisions that will not, invest in data. Okay, so time will not permit me to stretch. So what we do in Quantum is to get guys who are really ready to upskill. If you're not ready, don't bother. Like Doc, now we always say it. If you're not ready to come into this program or to come learn and upskill yourself, don't bother to register. Don't even bother to try. You can make inquiries and get yourself ready for when you are ready. But if you're ready to navigate, if you're currently out of Africa, if you're currently in Africa, you're looking to migrate to any of these countries, maybe in Europe, America, Canada, any of these countries outside Africa. If you are currently in Africa and you want to get access to remote job and earn in USD, this is the program you should go to. So you go to the Data Analyst Fellowship Program. I just talked about it. What you do in that program is this. We give you every training that you need to start your career as a data analyst. We always say to people, you do not need to do another training after this training. Why? Because I'll give it to few reasons. Number one, you learn all the skills and all the tools that you need to have as a data analyst, from Microsoft Excel to Power BI to Tableau to MySQL to Microsoft SQL Server to Python for data analytics to problem solving and critical thinking skills. You learn all these things. Aside from that, by the time you are leaving the training, you would have been a Microsoft certified data analyst. This one, you do not even need to pay for it. We are taking a bet on you because we want to make sure that by the time you are leaving, you are in demand naturally. Some of you may get job before the end of the training, no doubt. But for others, you get job either during your project or after your project. It's very sure if you put in the work and you follow our instruction. And so what we do then is to then say, okay, you know what? Let's lift up this barrier. If you're listening to me now, check on Google right now and drop a comment to write the Microsoft to buy the Microsoft certification voucher for Power BI. Depending on your region, if you're somewhere in Africa, it's between 80 to 100 USD. If you're outside Africa, you likely pay about 165 USD to buy just the voucher. And that's not the training you get, because knowing how to use Power BI, for example, is different from the knowledge you get in writing the exam. So what Quantum is doing is this. You pay for this training, really affordable. There's nobody charging this amount anywhere in the world. If you find one, please let me know. You pay for this program. We give you the training on the Power BI, for example. We give you the training on writing the exam. Then we provide you the voucher to go write that exam. You will not fail, because 98% of everyone who have gone through quantum analytics to write this exam pass in one sitting. 98%. The other 2%, yes.
Except your head is
Sorry, sorry.
except
As
your
in,
head is
so
blocked.
let even assume that something happened. Maybe you fall short by 1 point. Nobody has written this exam in quantum community more than 2 times. So you see that remaining 2%. are those who have to write the exam for the second time and they passed. Now, if you have that, they will come for you. Every company who wants to hire a data analyst, even in Africa, if you have a Microsoft certification, they won't even think twice. They will ask you to come for an interview, and this is where you then have to impress them. So, all this, for example, is what you will learn. It's what you would get in quantum analytics. Now, that's not all, guys. Now, when you get a job, quantum is not leaving you. You have 3 months. We will give you free 3 months on the job
Support.
attention. Yes. So when you have gotten the job, you are earning your money, you are in there, you have a task that is difficult for you. What then happen? Quantum steps in. You let us know, send us the problem, we'll schedule a time, we'll look at the challenges that you're facing in there, we will help you solve it for free. So you are able to continue and keep earning your money. You're not paying us. However, after 3 months, man, you have to pay before you can knock on the door. But however the case,
You know why I'm laughing. You know why I'm laughing. Someone dropped a comment and said, please, I need the contact of this quantum guy."
so so
How can they reach you, Jonathan? How can they reach you?
So first of all, guys, you need to do well to check us out on our social media platforms. Quantum Analytics is everywhere. I think Doc is going to drop a description, maybe on our LinkedIn, our email, and a WhatsApp link. I think we created one for him, where you can just click to join and then ask any question you have. If you want to follow me, you want to talk to me, of course, I'm on LinkedIn, Jonathan Osage. I'm on Twitter and all that. So, but just look for me. I'm everywhere. I'm very accessible. But most importantly, so that our team can engage you and give you the time that you need. Okay, you want to follow us and send us a DM on our social media platforms. We are on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on WhatsApp, and everywhere. Now, all you need to do is to drop a contact, and one of our advisors will be ready to talk to you. But most importantly, guys, please, I know you all follow Doctor, and Doctor, does massive job to make sure that people are migrating to have a better life. If you are ever considering of migrating anytime soon. Especially those, let me just take this time to state, especially those that you probably traveling or trying to relocate with a student visa. Now, this is the trick that we've been doing and have been working for the past year. We discovered this a bit late, but it's fine. Now, if you are migrating with a student visa and you are the person that, for example, have the smartness to be able to carry out these tasks, get in as a data analyst and etc., don't apply for that school. Let your partner apply for that school. Let your partner get that, do that application for that student visa. You become a dependent, on that your spouse visa, for example. Why? Because when you acquire this skill, for example, you have this skill. The moment you cross into a European country, maybe the US, the UK, wherever, Canada, etc., you immediately start to apply for data analyst job. You don't need to start looking for one hustle job by the side, because this way you get
Care
to.
job, care
e-
job.
Exactly. I mean, that's in the tire me, boss. Now that way you get to work maximum time. You're not limited by student visa 20 hours, for example. Most countries, except for Canada, that's lifted there to say if you're a student, you can still work.
Yeah,
But I mean,
yeah.
how can you combine that kind of thing, working full time and then going? It's still crazy. But assuming you are limited by time on a student visa, because you are the dependent, you can immediately start applying for this job fast. If you've even gotten your visa to go and you're on this training, I'll tell you to go and change your LinkedIn location to, for example, UK. Get a UK number or get someone who has a UK number, whatever. Put it there. So because you know that you are traveling maybe in a month's time. Because the truth of the matter is, the moment you change that on your LinkedIn, every recruiter in the UK looking for data analysts on LinkedIn, your profile will pop. By then, you already got the training from Quantum. Then, in fact, we will even give you recommendation letters, work references to say that you have worked with Quantum Analytics for X period of time, for example, minimum of 6 months, minimum. We can give you up to a year to say that this person has worked with quantum analytics. Either we give it from the UK office, from the US office, or from Nigeria office. Anyone you need, but you have to start earning these figures. No more any crazy figures. Okay, let's take the next question, Doc.
Fantastic. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jonathan, but let me tell you guys that quantum analytics is a registered education institute in the United Kingdom. They're registered
Accredited.
to
Yes.
they're accredited to give out the services in the UK.
Yeah.
They've helped more than 30,000 people upskill and acquire this skill. They've helped numerous Numerous people move abroad. Is giving testimonies of people who got jobs in the UK, one in Liverpool recently, and the other in Malta also recently. This only takes 6 months for you to get trained, get a job,
Less
and
than
start
that.
as an entry, as a new person who's just coming in. You can earn as much as $40,000, and then 3 years experience would give you the opportunity to earn those six figures. You don't
Yes.
need a degree. There's no age limit.
Yeah.
You only need your computer, and you need a brain that is working, and of course zeal to be able to do the work. That's all. They don't want people who are lazy. They're not interested
No.
in you if you're lazy. They want
Yeah.
people who are ready to put their head down and do the work because they are focused on getting your abroad. Jonathan, is there a promise to people who are watching that there is? I know you can. Nobody can guarantee anything because you are not God. But are you? Are you? Can you offer at least a 90% guarantee that after
Your line was breaking, Doc. I don't know if you can repeat what you said.
okay, okay, I said, can you give a 90% guarantee that after your training, there's a very high chance of them getting jobs?
95%. As long as you're not lazy, as long as you're not lazy, as long as you follow the mentorship instruction, as long as um you're the person that is determined, you know how to think. You want to see if, in fact, in the community, if you don't have questions, we'll have a problem with you, because being a data analyst, one of your skills is being inquisitive. So you literally want to be the person that is asking every goddamn question that we can have. And so I can give you a 95% guarantee that during and immediately after the training, which includes your project, and don't forget, you're going to be working on 20 portfolio projects across 9 industries. It's massive. Now, when you do that, I can guarantee you that you will get a job. Now, this is how it works. Sometimes we get you into the room by ourselves. We have over 200 recruiting partners. They send us these gigs directly. We push it to our community. We can get you into the room, but you have to then defend it. That's why I use the word 95%. Otherwise, I would have given you 100, because you then have to go defend. Oh, okay, you've learned in quantum. That's fine. You've worked with quantum. Beautiful. All right. This is what we have for you. How do I solve this problem? It could be a rhetorical question that, okay, I have this problem. How do I solve it? You should have the ability to think. And this is where we give you the advice and the mentorship. If you have a job interview, you are mandated to talk to the quantum analytics team. If you don't do that, well, you're on your own. The reason why you have to talk to us is that we will look at the JD, we will assess it for you, and give you the points, the place, the area that this JD is actually interested in, and that will help you to actually prepare for that interview. And in most cases, it has worked for us. Virtually everyone whom we have guided have secured the job. So you just have to be able to put in the work and be ready to just ace these interviews. That's all I can say.
Thank
But
you
you have to
very
be
much,
ready.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
For everyone asking questions after this live session, which ends in about 1 or 2 minutes, I'm going to put everything you need to know in the description box of this video. Their contact, email, Instagram page, Twitter page, LinkedIn, email. I'm going to put everything in the description box of this video so you have no worries. Jonathan, on a final note, is there anything you want our viewers to hear and do?
Yes, very quickly. Now, if you're the one who is really ready to take this step, we have um the data analyst fellowship cohort. We have one coming up April 29. Guys, it's April 29. You can visit our website when you have the link in the description of this video. You can check it out. It's April 29. Chat with us. We give you the full instruction. You want to take advantage and join, because this is a 3 to 4 months program where we have to breathe. So if you calculate 3 to 4 months from now, we're looking at May, June, July, towards the end of July and thereabout,
August.
August, before you are done. So you want to be taking advantage. You want to be ready towards the tail end of the year, which is when recruitment is usually high, every end of the year, towards the new
September,
year.
October.
Exactly. So you want to make sure you are jumping into this program April 29. Nobody should be missing it. We're going to have a one-on-one from the first day. We're going to discuss. You're going to be part of a community. We're going to take you step by step. And again, don't forget, guys, you don't have to be an expert. Just know how to use a computer. If you can join this YouTube live, it means you can operate a computer. So you have to join. We assume everybody is a beginner. Nursing mothers, nursing fathers, everyone. You, as long as you have a computer, you can operate a computer, you can join this program. April 29. Okay, April 29. We're starting a new cohort. I'm really happy and I'm hungry to get the next batch of people into this space. Doesn't matter your location, we are available across different regions in the world. So we are making sure that each and everyone who is looking for this transitioning, we are making it happen for you. Okay, very easy, very affordable, very light. Okay, thank
Thank
you
you.
guys.
Thank you very much. Sarah Kukiritza, yes, she can do, she's in statistics, she can do data analytics. I'm
Yeah,
going to put all the information you need in the description box of this video. Don't worry. I'm going to save it now, and everything you need will be in the description box. Thank you very much, Jonathan, for always eating my call anytime I need you.
thank
And we
God.
hope that people can take this and start to make use of the information we provided.
Sure.
All right, guys, I got to go. Thank you very much
Thank you
for watching.
guys. Thank you everybody. Thank you. Cheers, dog.